Welcome. This is JordangeVision. So yeah, really enjoyed the season premiere of Only Murders in the Building. Gonna watch the second episode now. If you don't know what happened in the first episode or just need a refresher, Steve Martin, Martin Short, Selena Gomez play these neighbors who connect over a love of true crime. They all live in the same building, and they were in the elevator with a guy, and then an hour or so later, he ends up dead. Everyone tells him it's a suicide. Nothing to see here. They investigate on their own. They do believe it's a murder, and they start their own podcast, Only Murders in the Building. So yeah, and it shows us like right at the end of the episode a picture of Selena with the victim. So it kind of gives the idea that maybe she knew him more than she let on originally. So a good place to start the second episode, which is titled Who is Tim Kono? Tim Kono being the name of the victim, obviously. Speaking of names, I gotta start getting used to calling them by their character names, because, I see Steve Martin, I see Martin Short, like I've known who those guys are for years, but, watching a show, I gotta learn their character names. So Charles and Oliver, and then Mabel, played by Selena Gomez. So try and get that in my head, because, that's a thing that, when you're reviewing a show, like everyone knows who Steve Martin and Martin Short are, but yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get into the episode. Before I get started, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and don't forget reacting to art is sharing art. Channels like these benefit everyone from viewers all the way up to the original creators themselves. Also, a reminder, spoilers are likely, so if you haven't seen this episode yet and would like to, please feel free to click off and take care of that first. I'll be here when you get back, but for those of you who are sticking with me, here we go.
Yeah. Hardy boys who would get into solving mysteries around the complex.
And your Hardy boys, where are they now?
Yeah, so Tim was one of her Hardy boys.
Looks like you arrested the wrong guy, Detective.
Spare me the innocent act, Zeus.
This is a clip from his show.
And I got 20 eyewitnesses who say I was at my niece's baptism last night. It was a beautiful service.
So I hired a hitman.
Only wish my...
I'm not Kojak. I'm not Tubbs. I'm Brazos.
Dental floss. Oh, she's studying by watching him. Oh, is she drawing him? Or is she drawing Tim?
Basic algebra? Forget about it. But
Thinking back to the lockpicking.
people meant it as a compliment when they said I was like my father. But he was awful to my mother.
Right, that's what he told her the night before. And it's from the TV show. I wonder how many actors, remember their lines from everything they've done.
Who is Tim Kono? We know he lived on the 9th floor of the Arconia in New York City. We know he had a mailbox. We know he got manicures.
Yeah.
Or perhaps he just had naturally pleasing nail beds. This is terrible. I mean, you don't know anything about the guy, so you're just saying the obvious. In a closet?
I mean, do a little research, I guess.
No. Oh, how did you get here?
It was open.
I don't lock my door. Never have.
That's insane.
It's neighborly.
I mean, a murderer probably lives in the building, but I guess old white guys are only afraid of colon cancer and societal change.
Ooh.
A murderer definitely lives in the building. Lester checked all the security footage, and no one unknown to him came in or out during the hours around Tim's murder.
Isn't that great for the podcast?
So, Mabel, tell us.
It's all about the podcast.
Before I forget, we should keep all our evidence in one place, so I should probably hang on to that engagement ring.
Why do you get to hang on to it? Don't you trust me, Brazos?
Oh, why not?
We've got nothing.
Our podcast is never going to pop until we know who is Tim Kono.
Who was Tim Kono?
Yeah, well, I've already named the episode Who is Tim Kono. Look, every great episode 2 always makes you care deeply for the victim.
I mean, this is an episode 2.
Someone in this building had to have known him. We find that one...
Yeah, ask around the 9th floor.
Back off. You can't disappear for 10 years, then show up and start dragging up a bunch of shit from when we were kids.
Oscar's getting out, Tim. You can make things right. You know what happened that night. You didn't even say anything.
Oh.
This is all you came back for? I don't want to think about back then. I'm a different person now.
This has got some I Know What You Did Last Summer vibes.
And I don't need people like you in my life.
Fine, good. So,
Oh, were they
you
exes?
see me around the building, act like you don't know me, because you don't.
Happily. Fuck you. What if Tim was a dick?
Yeah, what if, eh?
I mean, I wouldn't want him to be dickier than Steve Carell in The Office. I'd still care if Steve Carell in The Office got murdered. Visualizing.
You can make a
this is
podcast about
Find
that.
someone who knew him.
It's a long shot, but they're holding a memorial for Tim Kono in the lobby in 10 minutes. Maybe we learn something there.
Maybe. I mean, that's how you're gonna find people who know him.
Oh my God, there's food. Fantastic.
No sneeze guard, no thank you. Might as well lick the fingers of every person in the building.
I bet I have not had a regular entree for years. Granted, I've lost 14 pounds and a significant amount of hair, but it's totally worth it.
He doesn't look like he's lost hair.
Why the fuck is everyone standing? You see these chairs? What do you think they might be for?
Decoration.
This one. I'm told we need to do this for some bullshit insurance purposes. The family's in Japan.
She's not
where
interested.
the bodies. And does anybody have anything they would like to share about Tim Kono?
Here we go. Time for the killer to make himself known. That was from my show.
Everything is from your show.
A lovely memory, a kindness.
Nobody wants to admit they know him.
Christmas. He once yelled at me. He once yelled at me for smoking outside.
Look,
So much for making him likable.
but can we all just be grateful?
That apartment is mine. I lived next to that miserable man for 8 years, and I need those extra rooms.
Well, yes, Missy Doko, we have you down on the waiting list.
There is no waiting list. The apartment is mine.
Wouldn't be the first New Yorker to kill for good real estate.
Well, this guy looks upset.
Were you close with Tim?
And do you consent to being recorded? Just say anything to agree.
No, please.
Thanks, perfect.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry,
What's about his cat?
My cat, my beautiful Evelyn. She died last night.
Your cat?
He said that the first time.
Evelyn died. Evelyn died. The sweet blonde hair.
Everyone's at this memorial for Tim, and they're all talking about the cat now.
Maybe we should make a podcast about Evelyn.
Your building fees are 8 months past due. This is your final
Okay.
notice before the board will be forced to take drastic action.
Listen, Bunny, we're friends, and
That's why I'm using a friendly tone. Don't fuck with me.
It's a friendly tone.
I didn't cry that much when my mother died.
Is that true? Or are you lying?
Here it comes. Ah, can't get it out of her head. He was kind of a dick to her, but, you know, she's still got memories.
Hi.
We got.
I'm not sure why I'm doing this. Maybe it's because nobody gave a shit about Tim, and I want something on record in case. Who is Tim Kono? Who was?
Oh, she drew him a lot. Oh, these are like old ones from when he was a kid.
I know everyone who lives in this building. I don't live in this building. My aunt does. Salma Ramirez. 12E. I like her. She gives out whole candy bars on Halloween.
That's how you get a kid to like an adult.
He was direct, but he never lied.
It's not very good.
Maybe that's why I liked him.
Telling it like it is.
No.
We'd spend a few weeks together every summer and winter break when my aunt would let me stay with her. And I could pretend I lived in the Arconia. And we could be the Hardy Boys. Years it was just me and Tim. Until we met Oscar and Zoe.
Well,
Oscar was the supers kid. Zoe got Oscar to copy his dad's keys so we could Hardy Boy in any apartment we wanted when the owners were out of town.
breaking and entering.
Tonight, kids. Here, take this baby.
But sometimes she took things too far. It was fun, mostly. Until the end.
Yeah, they had to get caught eventually, didn't they?
remember, Ursula always had a side hustle she's working, so try not to sign up for any kind of subscription box, timeshare, or complimentary mammogram. They're incredibly difficult to cancel.
I thought her name was Aurora.
So do you put Aurora on her envelope when you tip at Christmas?
I don't tip.
What?
I think it's elitist. I send out autographed photos instead.
Oh, jeez. Because that's what people want.
You know what? Such a tragedy.
Is it? Really? Dude didn't want to be at the party anymore, so he left. Do you know how many complaints I got about him?
Oh, there's a file.
I see you have my phone.
Yeah, it's a real favor, can't you tell?
Look, the reason I don't tip.
Yeah,
is
she
out of
really liked
respect
it.
For you.
Please, I would love to look at those complaints about Tim Kono. Can't we work something out here?
The direct approach.
You really want... It's a beverage and a business. First case is $250. Buy 2 and I'll throw in the file. Buy 3 and I'll fill you in on the stuff that was too juicy to write down.
Okay.
They're cleaning out Tim Kono's apartment tomorrow, so we're gonna go down there and look around for clues before everything's gone. You wanna come?
Do I want to break into a dead guy's apartment and go through all his shit? Sounds like an afternoon.
I mean, it's what you guys used to do before.
Yeah.
This is it. Our one chance to get to know Tim Kono.
Oh, that's a nice high drama line. Okay, give me another.
Why? What was the matter with that one?
Nothing, it was perfect. It was just reeking of your years on CBS.
I brought...
There's
Oh.
blood! Don't yell blood! Is it his blood? Is it my blood?
Why would it be your blood?
Next is your brain leaking out through your foot. Here, put on these booties, it'll keep you from slipping.
Oh, great line.
And remember, keep your eyes peeled. Anything can be a clue.
Hey, he's got the Hardy Boys books.
Didn't the cops say that Tim was having money problems? Has to rent, utilities. He's even behind in his building fees, poor guy.
People who don't pay their building fees are the worst. It makes the rest of ours go up. Now I really
Right,
like
Oliver?
this guy.
Sex toys! We got sex toys, people!
Oh,
Remember, nothing
getting to the
else?
good stuff now.
Nothing. Ugh. Looks like Mr. Benalla took a turn down Rocky Road, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Hey, lady. You look hot. I hate New Year's Eve. It means that when a break's over.
Hey guys, how we feeling about this tie? Damn, girl. What? I already told you. You look good too, babe.
Don't even.
God damn asshole! What the fuck was that?
Oh.
That's like textbook cheating. What the fuck?
Oh, what did he do?
I saw some fighting with her.
You saw Oscar?
No, someone else.
Oh.
Bloody cat prints. That dead cat. What was her name? Ethel?
Evelyn.
This doesn't make sense. Oh, no. A lot of people
Oh.
name their pets human names. I had a parakeet named Bruce. It was a female.
A lot going on here.
Masculine energy.
The cat was here after Tim died.
Yeah. There's some kind of poison in the room?
Of suspects.
But, well, he was shot too, so...
I think we have enough to paint a pretty clear picture of Tim Kono.
Yeah, sure. He was broke,
He liked dangerous sex.
asthmatic, no one liked him.
Can we not? I don't think being unlikable means he deserved to die.
Well, no. For the podcast, we're still looking for a way to care.
He was alone. You, of all people, should know how fucking sad that is.
Ooh, burn.
His blood is still on your shoes.
Kono,
That could be bad if somebody found those shoes.
Easy to lose sight.
What episode is this from? Can I just stream it later and spare myself?
Yeah.
The speech you gave me about your dad? I saw that bullshit on YouTube this morning.
Wrote that speech. It was the one thing they let me write for the show, and every word.
Oh,
is
he actually
true.
wrote it about his real life.
But you know what, chums? Whenever I direct a new show, the hardest part is getting the actors to trust each other.
We should promise not to lie and just trust each other. I can do that.
Me too.
Yeah, okay.
Fabulous. Now, you know what?
Yeah, okay.
How about we
Classic
all
response.
try a new trust exercise?
No fucking way. Bye.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, best to skip the trust
So
falls.
I don't trust her at all. She's shifty.
Tim, they're sending away Oscar. You said you saw someone with Zoe. You have to tell them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tim!
So Oscar was arrested for killing Zoe.
Aren't you a little old to still be playing Hardy Boys?
Why did this happen to you?
Why are you hanging out with a couple of old weirdos?
They're trying to help me find someone who cared about you.
If she's too old, how old do you think they are?
Who was the ring for?
Yeah, who was the ring for?
If I ever found someone who loved me.
I'm just trying to figure out who you were. Should I even be sad that you're dead?
Ouch, that hurts.
I mean, they were friends. She's talking to a ghost in her own imagination, so I don't know how canon this is. Oh, something in the Hardy Boys gonna get her to figure something out. Oh, she's got a hollowed out book. Oh, everything's hollowed out. Where'd he get all this? It was weird because, yeah, when I saw it before, it looked like most of them were the same book. Oh, here we go.
Tim was the kind of guy that always made the sensible choice.
Oh, that's the first drawing she made.
That's why none
when Tim
of
met her.
this makes sense. Who is Tim Kono? He liked running around the courtyard fountain. He was observant and robotic, but also kind if you looked at him the right way. He never lied. Except once.
In case I'm next. Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna fucking find out.
Alright, that's episode 2, guys. Yeah, guys, that was a pretty good episode 2. Like Martin Short's character, Oliver, said in the episode, kind of in a different way for different reasons, but, you know, the second episode of a show is just as important as the first, you know? The first kind of introduces the story, and the second, you know, really flushes it out. You know, we find out about the history of Mabel. I gotta say Mabel, not Selena Gomez, you know, character name. The history of Mabel and Tim and their friends Oscar and Zoe, who were all in the Hardy Boys group together. You know, Oscar arrested and I assume convicted of killing Zoe. And you know, the argument that Mabel and Tim have, because Tim seems to somehow know that Oscar is innocent, but, you know, won't talk about it for some reason. And, you know, Oscar takes the hit for it. So, yeah, all that history is there. And we see at the end of the episode, Mabel thinks maybe she's next for some reason. So I'm sure that reason will come to light in the next episode or a future episode. But yeah, I can't wait to continue. The show is getting really good. And yeah, hope you're enjoying it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check out my sports vlogging channel, Jordan's Vlogs. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.